Hello, and welcome to the demo of Vendor Approval app for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. With the Vendor Approval app, you can easily review the status of approvals, restrict usage of unapproved vendors, and easily capture and manage vendor detail changes. The list of vendors shows the status of vendor approval. The same status is visible on a vendor card. When the vendor is approved, the status shows as released. System will restrict changes on sensitive data for the vendor, such as vendor name or posting groups. Check the full list of protected fields in the user guide, which you can download from our website. Other fields can be changed, for example location code or shipment method. When a vendor is not approved, it has a status, open. Details of unapproved vendors can be changed. Make sure the change log is enabled to track those changes. The system prevents creating purchase documents for unapproved vendors, either from the vendor card, or selecting it on the document, as a buy from vendor, or as a pay to vendor. If the vendor was reopened after the document was created, the app can be configured to prevent releasing the document with unapproved vendor selected as buy from or pay to vendor. The protection level can be configured on the vendor approval setup. You can select whether unapproved vendors cannot be selected on new documents, or if the app prevents releasing purchase documents with unapproved vendors. You can also select which documents to monitor by document type. And lastly, whether to notify users if a vendor is not sent for approval when closing a vendor page. To approve vendor, the approval request must be sent. Depending on the approval workflow setup, the request will be sent to another user. You can check who received the approval request and the status of previous approvals by opening Approvals page directly from the vendor card. When the vendor approval request is sent, the status changes to pending approval, and if emails are configured in the system, the notification email is sent to the approver. When the approver logs into Business Central, they can approve, reject, or delegate the vendor, or leave an approval comment. Once approved, the vendor status changes to released. The approval workflow is configured using Business Central Workflows, where you can select how and who approves the vendor. The vendor approval workflow is created from the special template that is created by AskIt team and installed together with the vendor approval app. The app can be configured to restrict the usage of unapproved vendors on general journals, including payment journal or purchase journal. When the restriction is switched on in the vendor approval setup, unapproved vendors cannot be selected as account number or balancing account number. You can learn more about configuring the app in user guides that you can download from our website. If you have any questions or want to purchase a license, please send us an email at appsupport@askit.co.uk. Thank you for watching.